Every single summer, Manchester United get linked with your nan, your dog, 454 different players in the window. What I'm going to do in this video, and it's going to be a big one, I'm going to rank every single player that I've seen be linked to Manchester United. Now, bear with me because there are going to be some that I missed from this list. I'm only doing this once at the start of the window. I update this list live every show, so join me every morning from 10 a.m. on the live shows, and I'll be updating this list. But this one here, I'm going to rank every single player. I'm going to put it all in sort of 5 categories. Genuine mover of players that I actually think we really could sign, some that have potential, and the further down you go, the less chance there is. I'm going to waste no time. I'm going to get into it. Please do drop a like in this video because this has taken a long old time to pull together. The idea of doing it is to help you understand and sort of follow the madness that is a Man United transfer window. I've covered enough here on United People's TV, and this one's going to be a big one as well. Let's get started. Adrien Rabiot, as far as I'm concerned, that's going to go in the no chance. Because Rabiot, look, he's got huge wages. He's free agent, so technically you could get him for cheap. Well, as cheap as he gets, but massive wages. I don't think that's going to be the right sort of signing for Ineos and what they want. And I've also not really seen any strong links either. Hence, so this is going to be a combination of, yeah, no chance, I don't think it's got a chance, and also who's been linking him to the club. Right, Adrien Truffert, he's a left back. We've been linked with plenty of left backs, and he's going to be another one who's not on this list is, was it Bradley Locko, I think was he Stade Rennes? I think Forest are linked with him as well. I haven't really seen too much in terms of heavy links. However, Amadou Onana, I absolutely have. And I'm going to put that down as a genuine mover. I wouldn't be surprised to see Manchester United really go after him. I also do think he would be a good signing. Would he be the best signing in that position? That's up for debate, but that's for a different video. But for sure, that one is a genuine mover. But I don't really... Andre, is it from Fluminense? I think it is. I'm going to put that down as like, you never know. I think he was heavily linked with Liverpool after, was it the Copa Libertadores? I haven't really seen much. In fact, I'm probably going to put that down in the unlikely one. I don't see that happening with Manchester United. And I'm not going to put Antonio Silva. So Antonio Silva's a centre-back for Benfica. I'm not going to put it down as the no chance, but he's going to go for big, big money. I think he's got a release clause in the region of 80 million. I think it's very unlikely the Man United go after him. Artem Dovbyk, I believe, is the striker for Atletico Madrid. I believe he's got a release clause. I'm going to put that down as unlikely. I think if we're looking at the release clause of around about 40 million, you're going to be looking towards Xerxes. And if you're going to be looking cheaper, you're going to be looking towards Guirassy. If you're going to be looking more expensive, I think you're going to look towards Sesko. I think it's a name that gets linked, but probably it's not going to go much further than that. Brian Brobby, I'm going to put that just a little bit above. As in, you never know. The links with him have been far stronger than the other ones I've just mentioned there. But Brobby, question marks, if I'm being honest. Edmund Tapsoba. I'm going to put that down in the, yeah, you never know. I think he's going to end up staying. I think Jonathan Tah is going to be going to Bayern Munich. And I think he'll end up staying with Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso for a year. We've linked with a lot of centre-backs, which you will see from this list. And Tapsoba, we were linked with him last summer. So I put him close to being a potential, but probably I'm going to keep him in the, you never know. Evan Ferguson, yeah, no chance. Brighton are going to charge, what, 80, 90 million for him? Nah, no chance. Let's move on. Palacios from Leverkusen, I'm going to put that in no chance as well. I don't think he's going to be leaving by Leverkusen. And again, for the price, I think United will look elsewhere. Frenkie de Jong, Scalvini. I'm going to put that down as unlikely. I believe is he the centre-back for... it's not Bologna. Not quite sure which one. We've been linked with so many. You can forgive me if I forget what clubs certain ones play for. But I think that's unlikely. And I'm probably going to put Gleison Bremer there as well. That's a Juve centre-back, but the price of him is going to be too much. And again, the links have been quite tentative so far. I think it's just United's name getting used. Ivan Toney, I'm going to add it to the unlikely. I mean, you could go in. In fact, I'm going to go unlikely, man. It's unlikely. I think we move for him. Again, price-wise, United are going to look elsewhere. Jared Branthwaite. Now, I'm going to put that as a genuine mover or potential. The reason I'm probably going to put it in potential, I think, simply because of the price. It strikes me that Everton are going to price Branthwaite out of a move this summer in the same way that Napoli priced Osimhen out of a move last summer. And then I think they'll move him on next summer, when he's probably worth more as well, by the way. They need money. I think Onana's far more likely to be sold by Everton, hence why I've gone above him. I think Branthwaite has real potential, but I think the price of him is going to make that unlikely. And I'll be honest, if you're looking price-wise, Jean-Claire Todibo, that absolutely goes up to the top. You know the links, the Ineos links. Also linked with him last summer, it was Todibo and Tapsoba we were linked with last summer when Maguire was supposed to be leaving, and Benjamin Pavard. Didn't move for any of them. Todibo, makes sense. Fair price. Nice links. Tick, 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 tick. I think that's probably the most likely out of any signing we can put on this list. I'm being totally honest. Jeremy Frimpong, I don't get why people are still talking about the idea that he could join. It just seems a bit weird. I don't think there's any chance that United spend 40 million on a right back. There are so many other positions that we need to sign a player apart from right back. Not apart from right back, because if Wan-Bissaka leaves, we need one, but we won't have the funds. We will not have the funds. Now, John Luchumi, who believe is he Genoa? No, he's Bologna as well. He's Bologna. I would say, you know what? I've seen quite a few links with Luchumi. And I actually think the logic of the signing would make a lot of sense. I think we get him for a very fair price, far less than Branthwaite, far less than, maybe not far less than Todibo, but that 20, 30 million pound mark. I'm going to put that down as potential. Kind of watch this space. Joe Gomez, we're going to get way outpriced. Wolves are going to want way too much for him. I think there's no chance. And I think the same thing goes for João Neves. As much as João Neves you can see being clearly a top-level footballer, clearly bags of potential, price-wise, I don't think there's any chance. And Bakayoko, I would probably put it under unlikely. I don't think it definitely won't happen. But I think price-wise, we're going to get outpriced. You hear me? I've said this quite a lot. But it's going to be a running theme. And that's why I'm doing this video. To try and get rid of those players that I don't think you need to waste any of your time thinking about, are we going to sign them? Yes or no? Jonathan David, I think it's unlikely again. I wouldn't go as far as no chance, but I would say unlikely. Joselu, again, unlikely. Kimmich, no chance. Don't waste your time. That was quick. Maybe I should move faster through these because this is going to start getting busy. Kevin Danso, centre-back, he plays for Lens. I'm going to put that one down as unlikely. But you never know, actually. You never know. I've seen quite a few links with him. Kevin Denke, this is an interesting one. But I'm going to put it there mainly because I think that these sorts of signings, plays for Bruges out in Belgium, Club Bruges, or was it Cercle Bruges? I think it's Cercle Bruges. That could be an interesting one to watch. That's all I would say. Kefren Turam, I would say, has got potential. I've seen quite a few links with him so far, and the price of it would make sense. You could, for example, see Manchester United moving Christian Eriksen on for, 5 to 10 mil and signing Kefren Turam for, 15 to 20 mil. A very small outlay for a decent athletic upgrade in terms of the squad. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, I'm going to say it's unlikely. I'm not saying it's impossible. Obviously, just come back up with Leicester. The profile of it doesn't fit. And in terms of how strong the links are so far, they're a little bit weak at the moment in time. Now, Lenny Yoro. I know a lot of people would love to say, oh, that's an absolute genuine mover. It does have potential. I'm going to put that down as you never know. Probably more likely that he goes PSG. Real Madrid were the heavy favourites to sign him. But apparently they're sort of stepping back. Maybe it's because they knew that Toni Kroos was retiring, for example, so they need to reinvest there. I don't know. I'm going to put it down as you never know because the links to United have been kind of weak so far. And the same with Mandela Keita, who's kind of, I'm probably going to put it down as unlikely. It's kind of a defensive midfielder that you might not know about, but it's one to watch. He's one to watch. That's why I'm going to put him in unlikely and not in no chance. Mark Gahey, I think I'll go down there. Price-wise, I think Manchester United, not that we could do better, but I think we'll look elsewhere. And the links at this moment in time are tentative. Same with Mario Hermoso, who's a free agent. I think there's no, I'll probably go unlikely because he's a free agent. No, actually, I'll put Adrian Rabiot down here. Sod that. No chance. Now, this one's an interesting one, right? Vifa from Feyenoord. You know what I personally think now? And some people might disagree with this one. I'm going to go for no chance. And the reason I'm going for no chance is because Liverpool are looking for a number 6 as well this summer. Arne Slot has gone there. And in the same way I said that whenever Arsenal were linked with Lisandro Martinez, I was like, there's no point being worried about this. That's how I would look with that. Either Mats stays with Feyenoord or he follows Arne Slot to Liverpool. So I don't think that's something that United need to waste our time on. That's why I'm putting him down there. No chance we sign De Ligt. Max Kilman, no, that's an interesting one. But yeah, there's no chance we signed De Ligt. So don't waste your time on that one either. Look how busy this is getting. And look how many more we've got to run through. I'm only doing this once, by the way, as I said. Because this would drive me nuts if I had to do this every week. Max Kilman. I've actually seen quite strong links with Max Kilman. So I'm going to put that down as potential. It would be a big price to try. I think he's Wolves captain as well. It would be a big price to try and get him away. But I have seen some strong links. Melvin Bard at this moment in time. That's the Nice left back. I don't know whether that's just because Nice own Bard and they're trying to put 2 and 2 together. But at this moment in time, I'm putting it down there. In unlikely, but not impossible. Michael Elise. You know that's a genuine mover. There hasn't been anybody so far that's had stronger links with the move to Manchester United this summer than Michael Elise. Not even Todibo or Onana or Branthwaite. Everybody is saying that, like Ineos, Brailsford, Tenar, the whole club likes the idea of signing Elise. So that's definitely one to watch. Miguel Gutierrez, the Girona left back. At this moment in time, it's down on the unlikely scale, but let's see what goes on there. Morten Frendrup, I believe he plays for Genoa. He's kind of one of the number 6s that we could be looking at. At this moment in time, the links are quite weak. So I'm going to put him down in the unlikely category. Morten Hjulmand, I would say there's potential with Hjulmand, but I would probably say the price is going to stop United going after him. Sporting Lisbon, defensive midfielder. But we've definitely been linked with him more so than we have others. Right, let's go down here. Who else we got? Ollie Watkins. There is no chance we can afford Ollie Watkins. Ousmane Diomande from Sporting Lisbon. I would say that's unlikely, price-wise. Patrick Dorgu, who's a 19-year-old from, where is it, London? I think we've seen quite a few links with him. But with left-backs, I think I spoke about this before. I think because we've got Harry Amas coming through, maybe the profile is going to be someone who's more experienced towards the top, I don't know, 27, 28 age. That's kind of what I think now. We'll see. Pedro Neto, no chance whatsoever. Don't waste your time speaking about him. Rafael Leao, no chance. Don't waste your time speaking about him. This is getting busy now. My word. Out Nouri is an interesting one. I'm going to put that down as you never know. Out Nouri from Wolves. The links haven't been too strong. But I think that's one to watch. We'll see. Mandeva, I think that's the older guy from Atletico Madrid, the left back. No chance we go after him. Calafiori from Bologna. The links have been quite weak so far. So don't waste your time too much on that. Ronald Araujo. Some people might go, Araujo would be a great signing. And maybe he would be a great signing. Ron Button. Maybe he would be a great signing. But we're not going to sign him. All right, we're not going to spend that much on him. Terran Moffi, I think that's just a bit, again, the Nice link. Nice, striker, United need goals, blah, blah, blah. I don't even think he scored hardly any this season. Nice, as great as their defence was this season, they were not exactly fine in the back of the net. Adara Bioyo, right? I'm going to go up here and say that's a genuine move. I've seen really strong links with him. It makes sense because he's a free transfer. I would go up there. Let's go down here. Who else we got? Gyökeres. I don't know why anybody's linking us with him. He's got like an 80, 90 million release clause. No chance. Fofana is an interesting one. I'd say that's got potential, right? Roughly 25 million-ish from Monaco. The sort of profile of the number 6 that we need to go for. Probably more likely on paper than Hjulmand, really, because of the price. One to watch. Anselmino, I mean, we haven't really been linked with him because the people who've been linked with him are, well, actually, I think we've been linked with, sorry, I got that wrong. We've been linked with signing him and then loaning him out to Nice straight away. So I would say that one's got potential, right? Probably not much more than potential, but I'll leave it there. Benjamin Sesko. I'm going to put it down as potential, but I'm going to put it down as you never know. I think the price is going to rule us out of Sesko. But there have been heavy links. So I suppose we should put that one up to the potential list then. Lukeba from Leipzig. I believe he's their left back. Seems unlikely. Seems like one of the massive list of players that we're getting linked with. You can see how exhausting this is. I hope you're enjoying the video, though. I'm trying my hardest to sort of run through it all, but it's chaos when you do it like this. You realise how mad it is to be a United fan in the summer. Gonzalo Inacio seems very unlikely. So I think we're going to get priced out of a move for him. Joshua Zirkzee feels like probably, you never know, sort of signing. Because of his release clause and because he would clearly be a very good partner in terms of the squad for Højlund, it would make a lot of sense. It depends how much United, and I said this in my live shows, it depends how much United invest in a striker, though, because it might rule him out for that reason. We've got Xerxes only twice. No, he's not going there. Faye, who is the young centre-back from Barcelona, no chance. Nico Williams, I would say you never know. And Serhu Guirassy, I would put right there alongside Joshua Xerxes. In fact, I would probably put him in a little bit higher because of his price. Again, some people might be getting annoyed by this, but this is just the reality of Manchester United this summer. It's not just about who the best signings are, it's who can we actually afford to sign. So that right there is a full list. I've got Xerxes there twice, so forget about him. Forget about him. And I've gone for Amadou Onana, Jean-Claire Todibo, Michael Olise, and Tosin Adarabioyo as right now the heaviest links. I've got Branthwaite, Luchumi, Thuram, Kilman, Fofana, Hjulmand, Anselmino, Sesko, and Guirassy on potential. Brobby, Tapsoba, Danso, Denki, Yoro, Dorgu, Altnuri, Xerxes, and Williams, as you never know. And all these down there, it feels like the links are just whispers in the wind more than anything else. That right there is a full summary for you ahead of the transfer window. Maybe at the end of it, I'll look back on this video. We'll look back on this video and say, well, which did we actually sign? How far off were we? Probably really far off, but I hope that might have helped you understand where we are in this transfer window. Please do join me in the live shows where I'll be updating this list constantly throughout the summer. It's going to be a busy one. So come and join the community.